Alright, budget magic time, rAllies in standard, and oh man, tap lands. So many tap lands. Got a lot of what we want, but we might be too slow. Kind of depends on the matchup. Jeskai. Alright. Well, we get to play good things for the next several turns, and hopefully eventually draw lands and sack outlets. Flooded Strand, pass. Land? Ugh. Alright, I guess we need to go with this healer. So we get to drain for one. Fire Impulse takes it down. That's fine. Basically, we want to draw the lands and be able to win with the rally. That's what it comes down to. Jeskai Black. No Mantis Rider, but it looks like a Jace. Yep, Jace time. Come on, land. No land. Well, guess we keep doing it the slow way, unfortunately. Drained for one with the healer. Loots with Jace. Pitches. Treasure Cruise. And Mulligan's command, and we will discard a... What do we discard? I guess we can discard this Blade Whirl. Ugh. Well, unfortunately, I think we're going to have to let our opponent flip that Jace. As bad as that feels. Play the Cutthroat, play Evolving Wilds, pass. We could have Murderous Cut, but we would have had to exile so much stuff that we don't want to exile. I think our path to victory is going to be rallying back a bunch of stuff, hopefully with a sack outlet. Pitches an Utter End, that's good. We don't really want to see Utter End. Monastery Mentor. Cracks Bloodstained Mire. We're going to kill our Cutthroat. Yep, they're going to flashback Fiery Impulse with Jace, kill our Cutthroat. Get a token from the Mentor. We gotta crack this and get a Swamp, I guess is fine. We do hit a land, so that's good. So now I think we just need to kill this Monastery Mentor. Exiling the Evolving Wilds. So I think we're about a sack outlet away from winning. Pumps it up, targeting their token. I guess they didn't want to attack anyway. Land? Healer. Oh, healer. Well, that changes things. Get to play this healer. Ojutai's command. Opponent goes with counter draw. Alright. Well, we would like a sack outlet. But our opponent's down to 14. I think a sack outlet definitely wins us the game. Pumps up the Jace. Seeker of the Way. Seeker of the Way is a little scary. Another rally. Well, I think we just play a face-down Haruspex here. Pass the turn. What does our opponent have? They're going to flashback Mulligan's command. Which unfortunately is going to make us discard a rally and kill our Grim Haruspex. I'm assuming. They could get back their Mentor. Nope, they're going to make us discard. Okay. Well, they're going to know about everything then. Pitch the rally. So they get to gain some of their life back, which is not good. And they get to Treasure Cruise. Oh, man. Or Dig. Treasure Cruise. Well, that increases the odds that they drew into a counter, which is bad. Ooh, but we drew a Husk? Well, now basically, if we ever resolve a rally, things are insane. Hopefully they don't just draw more Mulligan's commands, though. Because then we have to discard rallies, and that's bad news. Probably lose us the game. Fiery Impulse. Still annoying. Be nice if our opponent tapped out for something at some point. Gets in for 5. Pumps up the Jace. Plays another Seeker. Plays a Jace. Alright, we play Caves, and... I think we gotta go for a rally right now, because if they counter on their turn, they get to activate the Seekers. So we gotta go for it. Rally X3. Does it resolve? It does! Oh my god. Well, that was surprising. That changes things a bit. Well, now I think we probably just win. Because we get a ton of these drain triggers. And then we get some sacrifice triggers too. If our opponent hadn't gained so much life, we would have won on the spot, but... Still, we suddenly are in very good shape. So our opponent's at 20, we're at 11, but that is going to reverse itself here in just a second. Yield to some of these abilities. Alright, there we go. So our opponent is down to 5. Can we just win? We can try. 1. Draws a card. Yeah, I think we're going to do 20 from that rally. 2. Oh, what do they got? Valorous Stance. Oh, that doesn't matter. 3. We can just win in response to the Valorous Stance. 4. 5. 6. And we got there. Yup. So that rally was worth more than 20. Super powerful card. We might want Tragic Arrogance here. Self-inflicted wound also seems pretty good. Gets rid of Mantis Rider. The problem with self-inflicted wound is they make tokens from Mentor. So I'm thinking we might go Arrogance, Arrogance, possibly Duresses, and Murderous Cut. Going out, probably Dranas, because they're so bad against Mantis Rider. Probably Blade Whirls, and maybe a Butcher. We might need all Dresses. Maybe we go down an Expedition Envoy too. So now we're more of a true rally deck. Ugh, well, we can't keep that. Not great, but I guess it's better. Butcher's got to go to the bottom, though. Opponent sacks Polluted to Delta, tap Prairie Stream. I think we're just going to turn 1 Duress here. We kind of want cards on the graveyard. Seeker, Treasure Cruise, double Ojutai's Command, and Crackling Doom. I guess we'll just take Treasure Cruise. Not really exciting. Hand's pretty loaded. The good news is they only have 2 lands. So we'll see. If they don't draw lands, they might be in trouble. Why does the stat keep going way at the bottom of the screen? Oh, another Duress? I think we wait and just play this healer. Hope that our opponent didn't draw the requisite lands for Crackling Doom. Kind of hard to. Well, they did. So they can sack it and get a swamp. And Crackling Doom. Yep. So now they get to game 3. Now we really want to land. Come on, land. Another Murderous Cut that we can't cast yet. Well, guess we gotta Duress again. Take an Ojutai's command. Next turn, if we don't draw land, we can exile everything to kill the Seeker. Oh, and they draw another one. All Seekers and Ojutai's command. Come on, land. Alright, there's a land. That's good. So I guess we wait till their upkeep. Murderous Cut a Seeker. Exiling the Duresses. Our opponent can Ojutai's command it back if they want to. Get in for 2. No Ojutai's command by the looks. Sweet, we draw another land. That's not bad. Pass the turn. We don't have many creatures, unfortunately. Now they may Ojutai's command. Yep. Get back a Seeker, draw a card. Then we're just gonna we don't have an end step stop set either. Well, maybe it's a good thing because we actually want to kill Mantis Rider. Still, we just haven't drawn enough creatures this game. Taking 4 and another Caves. Yeah, we're basically just dead. I mean, rally back 1 creature. That's not going to do much. But I guess it's better than the opposite. Is it? Yeah. We'd have to pay a life. I mean, I guess we got to do it. It's either that or we're just going to die. Go for rally. But we're pretty much done for regardless. Drain for 1. Block. Go down to 3. Exile's nothing. And a land. Alright. That does it. That was a really awkward draw for us. The Mulligan didn't help. I'm gonna get rid of a Tragic Arrogance, I think. Bring back in a Butcher. Try that. 2 swamps. Well, our mana is not looking great. Really gonna need to draw some lands here, or we're basically just gonna lose. Our opponent loves cracking those Flooded Strands right away for no reason. Alright, that's a land. That's a start. And it's a white source, also good. So Cutthroat down. Now we want a red source for this Chasm Guide. Seeker of the Way. I think we're going to use all our mana and play this Husk, and even though we could play the healer. Pass the turn. Tap land for our opponent. Passes the turn. Ooh, Dress is sweet. Let's Duress our opponent. See what they got going on over there. A ton of stuff. Mantis Rider, negate Treasure Cruise, Valorous Stance, Crackling Doom. Well, I think we got to take the negate, unfortunately, because that stops our rallies in the future. And I think that's the main way we're going to win this game. And no, we can't really attack with Husk. We'll just pass. They have that Valorous Stance, so if we sack anything for Husk, they can just Valorous Stance, and our Husk is going to die anyway, though, to like a Crackling Doom or something. But not yet. They're going to go with Mantis Rider first. Alright, come on, red source. Another Duress. Alright, well, we'll keep Duressing. Not ideal, but They drew another negate. Well, I guess we take the negate. Get in there. Opponent probably won't block. We'll just hit him for 2. I'm not going to go crazy. They are getting... Oh, man, and they drew a Delta, so they can just Treasure Cruise if they want to. That's not good for us. Really good running for our opponent. Yep, cracks blue to Delta. Well, we get another healer. That's something at least. Get to drain twice. And I guess we just pass. Man, we really need a land. Opponent passes. If we get a land, we can start going for the rally kill, and I think we might get there, but without it, we're kind of in trouble. Opponent's going to Crackling Doom. Pumps up the Seeker, kills our Nantucko Husk. We're going to let that go. We drained for 1. And we're going to triple block this Seeker. If they want a Valor stance to kill our stuff, that's fine. They can Valor stance on indestructible mode, basically. Alright, we get a couple Cutthroat triggers. We're down to 11. Our opponent can Treasure Cruise. We really need this 4th land. Ugh, that's not a land. No, we can play the Husk, but we're running out of time, unfortunately. Since we aggressively duressed away those negates, I think that a white source, there's a good chance that our rallies would resolve, and that would go a long way towards us winning. But we just haven't had any luck drawing them. Now our opponent's going to Treasure Cruise. Yep, gets a bunch more cards. Plays a Flooded Strand, shifts the turn. Well, there's a white source, but is it too late? Do we attack? Yeah, I guess we might as well. Alright, we sack the healer. They're going to probably Valor stance or something. Fiery Impulse. Yep. Well, we'll see. See if they drew counters. That is the real question. If they drew counters, we're in trouble. If they didn't, then we're in great shape for the rally kill. Alright, Battlefield Forge, Upkeep Stop, pass the turn. Alright, Rally X3. Did they draw another counter? They drew the 3rd negate. Oh, now we could just be dead. Man. Things went pretty wrong all of a sudden. Alright, we do the same thing, but we probably just die to like a Mulligan's command in response to our rally since we have to pay 1 life. They crack their Flooded Strand, get a Sunken Hollow. Yep, there it is. Oh,